A lot of people who feel average are actually smart. They're just careful. They don't pretend to know things they're unsure about. And because they don't fake confidence, people mistake them as less intelligent. Smart people often don't feel smart because they keep questioning their own thinking. So how do you know you're smarter than you think? Look for the signs that don't feel like IQ. First, if you overthink, you're not dumb. You're a deep thinker. The problem is not that your brain can't think. The problem is your brain doesn't know when thinking is no longer useful. Overthinking is what happens when a capable mind gets stuck in a loop, replaying, predicting, trying to control outcomes with more analysis. A low-processing mind doesn't do that. So, if your mind spins at night, if you rerun conversations, if you can see 5 possible meanings behind one message, you're not broken. You're running a powerful machine without a stop button. Second, if you feel slow in public but sharp alone, that doesn't mean you have low IQ. It usually means you're nervous. Anxiety steals working memory. Working memory is your brain's small notepad. It's the little space in your mind where you hold information for a few seconds while you use it. Like keeping a phone number in your head long enough to type it, remembering what you were about to say, holding the steps of a problem while you solve it. It's temporary memory for thinking, not long-term memory. And when you're stressed or anxious, that notepad gets smaller, so it becomes easier to blank out, lose your words, or forget what you were about to say. So if you've ever walked away from a conversation and suddenly your perfect response shows up 10 minutes later, congratulations. You didn't suddenly become smart. You were smart the whole time. Your brain just got your notebook back. Third, if you're sensitive to nonsense, if bad logic bothers you, if you can't just go along with something that doesn't make sense, that is a sign of intelligence. People who aren't as intelligent often don't notice when 2 ideas don't match. So they're fine believing both. A sharp mind feels uneasy when the story doesn't add up. That uneasy feeling can make you seem difficult. It can make you feel like you don't fit. But that's your brain doing quality control. Smart people often get mislabeled as negative or too serious, when they're simply refusing to let sloppy thinking move in like a roommate. Fourth, if you learn from embarrassment, you're smarter than you think. Watch how most people handle being wrong. They defend, they blame, they rewrite history. But if you can feel the pain and still adjust your behavior, that is one of the strongest signs of intelligence. So stop calling yourself average. You're not missing intelligence. You're missing control. Next time you doubt yourself, remember, the signs were there all along. If you want more psychology that turns your mind into an advantage, stay with ClearGrit.